Hi, this is Noel Black, producer of The Big Something, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of the alleys on the west side. And this is a feature I've wanted to do for a while, and I want to do more alleys. I just happen to live on the west side, so. And what we're looking at here is one of the great little side access alleys that actually cross the main alleys, which I love over here. They're great little spots. So one of the things I like about riding my bike or walking through alleys is this sort of decrepit and neglected side of our beautiful American lives, and the way that it reflects the parts of ourselves that we don't want to see and the beauty of it. Almost half the houses you ride past or walk past in these alleys have these amazingly organic piles of detritus. Oftentimes it's wood with weeds growing up through it, just tons of Siberian elms, and there's always this sort of cast-off pile, and it's very easy to forget, very out of sight, out of mind. I love the tree branches coming out of the dumpster here. This picture I just love because everything is red except for this little bit of the eave up here, which they just went ahead and didn't paint. Here's another one of these great piles, obviously stuff somebody's getting rid of and somebody has tampered with, and I love this just absolutely destroyed barbecue in this pile of weeds. It's very sort of post-apocalyptic, and that's just one of the things I love about riding through the alley. It's very easy to imagine the world without us, and pretend to be the last person on Earth for a few minutes. This is just something. Two dead juniper bushes on two slabs of concrete, sort of a composition for a still life that nobody could ever possibly fathom in any kind of conscious way, but there it is. Post-apocalyptic barbecue. Another thing I love about the alleys is that there are these people who really take care to do something special with their alley space, and I don't know who these people are, but bless them, they do. And here's a woman who has put up this created alley art sign, and she has this little concrete and tile roofing sculpture thing like that. Here's a bouquet of flowers that somebody stuck out of a clothesline pole. Just amazingly random. I also like being able to get glimpses into people's backyards, which you don't often see. And here's a little hangout spot, probably some young metal band, of course. Here's somebody's taking great pains to build this ski fence behind their place with all of this wonderful squash and zucchini coming out here. I love this place. And again, little glimpses into people's lives. Their dog's named Mojo, and it has this little dog house out here. I doubt it ever goes in there, but there it is. Somebody smitten with the Rolling Stones. It's great. I mean, I can't help but imagine whoever came out and spent all the time painting that on there and why they felt that was necessary, but it's great. This was on the roof of a pretty beat up little shed with the tire over this exhaust pipe. Just amazing. Only on the west side. The other thing on the west side that's great is these sort of mining era shacks. These, maybe were animal barns. I don't know what they're, but there's so many of them, and they're falling apart, and yet there they stand, and they're absolutely beautiful. This particular location, it looks actually like this building on the right over here was moved, like it was an actual old storefront. And next to this building, if you sort of close your eyes and only look at this frame, you can sort of imagine you're in some sort of bit of the Old West there. A lot of people have absolutely gorgeous flowers out in the alley. next to their decrepit old roofs. Lots of great old cars, too. I love the hood ornament on this one. Lots of people with stuff piled high. Do not fail to notice the kilo sticker on this one. And so many wrecked cars just permanently parked amongst the weeds. And here's a great El Camino with the most amazing camper top ever. It has like more windows than a Winnebago. Here's a kitty cat in one of the side alleys. Furious, furious dogs. I love this. It's almost like the kudzu in the south. It's a Virginia creeper, which is doing really well this year, and it's just climbing up this telephone pole. Lots and lots of reclaimed graffiti. The graffiti crews seem to be very diligent about covering it up, but it's always sort of makes for these bizarre abstract paintings. Some people really have just the most beautiful old garages and things. I love these. I like this sort of half-finished effort, and again, it's great. This sort of faded mural, Pikes Peak, and this sawed-off Siberian elm, which I mean they're just rampant, and it's surprising that they are not actually considered weeds by the state. But I mean, they've just taken over everything, and all of these sort of ramshackle compositions. An old trailer with some nice relief work up there. A lot of people do have these sort of alleyway gardens or have planted these great flowers, and you see things like this everywhere. You get a lot of glimpses of people's backyard gardens too. This one is just immense. This is out behind the Goodwill. I love this. You see stuff dumped off there just all the time if you ride through the alleys, and get great little glimpses like this. This is my absolute favorite spot on the west side, and my friend John pointed it out to me, and it's a great West Side character who some people call Hercules, just an absolute gigantic muscle-bound guy. Looks like the Hulk with a Michael Jackson mullet, and he lives in this little place over here, and he has this sign, nobody knows what it means. It says, "Erica, come in here, sissy." And you see up in the left-hand corner this giant stuffed animal. And this is the last picture, and this is just another one of these things you discover in alleys. It's a toboggan with a carpeted lid, and I opened up the lid, and inside was more of the exact same carpet. I'm not sure if this is a sled or a sort of, or whatever it is, but there it is out in the alley. One of the many, many more wonderful treasures that I've come across over the years. Anyway, go out for a hike or a bike ride in your alleys. It's like being on a different planet. You see the city in a whole new way.